Last night, actually, I watched the trailer for your new movie coming in, and I think I definitely had a weird dream last night. It had nothing to do with the movie, but that trailer was absolutely kind of terrifying. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah?
Yeah, the Late Night with the
Good.
Devil. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty badass trailer, so I'm excited to see that one.
When are you gonna get to see the full movie? We got to get you the movie so you can see the movie and tell all your viewers about it. I'm so excited for it, dude. It's like the trailer is, to me, like, it harkens back this like vintage grindhousey, like 80s, even kind of that feel of like when you were a kid and you'd see a trailer for a movie like, you know, one of the Halloween movies or something, and you'd be like, I love it because it doesn't show you. I mean, obviously you get the gist of it's a late night talk show. Something's going to go bad, but it doesn't really kind of tell you too much. And I think that's the art in good trailer making, you know?
I agree. I mean, me personally, as a viewer, I don't like watching trailers often most of the time because I don't know, I feel like it gives too much, and I like a simple trailer that, like you said, doesn't reveal too much, but kind of gives you the emotion of the movie. And it's not. I know it's not. Like a slasher, but it did feel like give you that hard throwback horror movies when horror movies I think were at their peak. So to me, it gave all that. So I'm like super excited to check that out when it drops.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, it's going to be in theaters March 22nd, and I'm trying to bop around to different cities to show up and say hi to people. And it's going to be then on Shudder in like April. So hopefully, anybody who watches your show is gonna get a chance to go check it out. It's it definitely deals with death and grief, which is interesting. I think that one of the things that kind of sucked me into this project and wanting to do it, because it's not like a money job by any means. This was definitely a low budget passion project. The two brothers who wrote and directed the film are just deep lovers of cinema, and they just really captured my attention with this lookbook and the script that they created when they were developing the film. And it's a horror movie, obviously, and it's kind of a wild gonzo, thing, but the serious undertones to it that I found really crucial to me wanting to take on the role, because it was a really hard role for me. It's not easy for me to imagine myself as a charming, witty late night talk show host. It just doesn't feel like anything within my DNA. So as an actor, yes, I love the challenge of doing something that's outside of my comfort zone, but B, it scares the living hell out of me, because if I fall on my face in front of that camera, either the movie never gets made and the people are disappointed that they hired me, or B, it comes out and people watch it and go, this guy is terrible. So it was really scary. But the thing that sucked me in more than because I love horror, I love the vintage and kind of like we were talking about, that 70s 80s vibe of classic genre of filmmaking, which this movie has in spades. But it's at its core about a man who is in the midst of an intensely demanding and soul-crushing industry, the entertainment industry, which I am in, and I understand and feel that pressure of constantly needing to sell enough tickets, exceed enough popularity, make enough, eyeballs view your little shiny object of the moment so that it could keep you not only relevant, but paying your mortgage. So there's that pressure that this guy's feeling in the midst of really crashing. Like, his career is kind of like is not going well. And I've gone through many of those periods where my career is like, oh my God, no one wants to hire me. My number, whatever, no one's buying the things I'm writing, blah, blah, blah. And in the midst of that, his attachment figure, the woman who is his love of his life, his best friend, gets sick and dies. And he processes it not at all. He literally, within 2 weeks, right back to work. He's gonna push through. He's gonna be a man, because men don't feel these things. We don't deal with this shit. We just have another cocktail and get back to work and make a hit show. And brother, there is no better setting for the table of depression, despair, and, disorganized and fragmented mental states than denial, especially when confronting something as intense and overwhelming as death and the loss of a loved one can be. And so that dramatic drive of the character underneath it all, I hope is something that makes, when people watch the movie, they're like, oh, this is more than just a wild, zany, cool looking movie. Like I feel like it has a lot of substance, and to me, be it through experiences that I've had with grief and loss, or experiences that I've had with my own struggles with mental illness, I have tried so many different ways to escape the feelings that I'm having, push away the thoughts that I'm having, and bury them. And when you put them down in the cellar, it's kind of like Frankenstein's monster. They're still getting charged with all that electricity that your brain and your spirit and your body is sending it, and it's getting sometimes stronger and more powerful than you can handle, and it's going to come breaking through the cellar door whether you're ready or not. So if you're out there watching this and you're trying to push that stuff down in the cellar, man, take it from one mad scientist over here. Get in therapy, start talking, start connecting with people, and finding a way to be heard, to listen, and also to get support.